I do. I think my last prediction is my biggest one, and it's a two-parter, and they both have question marks. But this prediction is that at the end of series 13, the Doctor regenerates.
Ah, right. Yeah, this is one of my last predictions as well, and
Yeah.
yeah. So you explain yours, and I'll do
I
my
mean,
story.
obviously, we're used to the Doctor regenerating in New Who at Christmas specials. It's kind of, as an event TV, people tune in. We've not seen a New Who Doctor regenerate at the end of a series since Christopher Eccleston. Do it again and
Yeah,
have the Doctor regenerate at the end of a series. I feel like it would take away from kind of the predictability of it.
yeah,
Although obviously people would know beforehand because they'd want people to tune in.
yes.
Um,
Okay, so my idea of this is that I've looked into this. I've tried to find as much out as I can, but obviously stuff like that they tend to keep quite secretive. Series 13, according to some people, will be Jodie's last series, with others reporting that she's actually signed on for series 14 and 15. But I believe some of those could be specials. So I think we're going to get series 13, which is just a Doctor and Yaz. I think we'll get that. So I think we'll get series 13, which will be released um, midway through 2021 or late
mhm.
2021, early 2022. 2023 is when we get the 60th, which I think Jodie will regenerate around the 60th of that year's Christmas special.
Oh, so she'll hang around for a bit longer.
Because I'm working on the principle that we have a year on, a year off, a year on, a year off. So
Right.
2020 will
Okay.
be the year off. Sorry, 2020 we had a series. 2021 will be a year off. 2022 we will have a series.
Right. Interesting.
That series will end on a cliffhanger that will then maybe take us into the 60th, a year of specials like they did with Tennant.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a
Okay.
regeneration at the end of that.
Brilliant.
So I feel, I
Although,
know we've spoken about it a little bit in person. I think it would be strange to introduce a new incarnation and then have them front the anniversary special because I feel the anniversary special is
here,
watched
here's
by so
here's
many
here's
people
my
anyway.
here's my twist.
Okay.
I think that she will regenerate into Joe Martin. I
Yes. No.
think that Joe
I think
Martin
that.
is
Yeah.
going. This is the thing I was holding back in that other record we did way back when. I think that Joe Martin is the 14th Doctor.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like then when she comes to the 60th, we've already kind of had a soft introduction to her,
Yeah. I
and
suppose
now we
that
have the
works. Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like it's something I always thought would be cool introducing a Doctor before into the show before the current Doctor turns into them. The closest thing we've had up to this point is Capaldi having that one line in Day of the Doctor.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
agree. So
but
it's
yeah,
obviously common for these anniversary specials to bring back previous incarnations of the Doctor. I feel if Jodie was still the Doctor, you would there would be a very, very strong possibility for David and Matt to appear, or
mm,
possibly Peter as well. Less so if Chris, maybe that's warming with him returning to Big
mm.
Finish. Do you think that would then take the shine away from Joe? I feel it would then be strange to then have a 60th fronted by Joe Martin and then have Jodie back less than a year later. But then it would also be strange not to have her
That's
back and have
interesting.
Peter, Matt, and David.
Yeah. So if we're going into predicting the 60th, um,
We'll
I'm still
tease it
sticking
a
by
little
my
bit
guns
because
that Joe
I'd like to do
Yeah,
a video where we
yeah.
properly predict it. But
But I'm sticking by my guns that Joe Martin will be the 14th Doctor, which
yeah,
I would be ecstatic about because she's great.
yeah,
Um, I feel. Oh, this is a tough one. I feel like Jodie would have a minimal role within it.
if she
I
was
feel like
a
she would have,
supporting Doctor,
yeah, I feel like she would be a supporting. I feel like she'd have a kind of cameo in the same way that Joe Martin is currently having cameos
yeah,
in the show. Um, and then um, I feel that Matt Smith would definitely come back.
Oh yeah.
Capaldi, if Capaldi's approached, he'll definitely come back because Capaldi like loves the show. I feel like Matt Smith is the most likely one that they'll approach first,
Yeah.
just because Matt Smith hasn't returned yet, and he's one of the most popular incarnations.
That's a dynamic I think would work really well as those two together.
Joe Martin and Matt Smith.
Sorry, no, Jodie and Matt.
Here's the bit: Jodie and Matt, I feel, are very similar.
I see. I feel
So
Ten and Jodie are really similar.
do you? I feel.
Yeah,
Do you think Jodie's kind of in between Ted and Matt?
I think she's very Ten, very very Ten.
Mm. Oh, I feel like that makes sense because Chibnall, obviously, part of what he's doing wants to evoke the RTD era.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what they could do from the 60th because they don't really want the 60th just to be 50th light. They don't want it to just be trying to recapture what the 50th did because I don't think it'll ever have that same impact.
yeah.
So I feel like they need to do
I've got some story
something
ideas that I think I've told you briefly before. I won't say it now because
different.
I'd like to save it, but I feel like what